So I'm going to start this video off in a tone that most people might not find enjoyable or exciting, but at the same time, this is not a laughing matter. This is something very serious that I want to highlight in this video. Recently, I saw a post on Instagram from one of my favorite soca artists, Destra Garcia, about a missing person, and it's funny because you see these things here and there, and when it doesn't affect you directly, you glance at it and like, okay, whatever. And for some reason this one stood out to me. At the time I didn't know why, and unfortunately come to find out that the same girl that was posted in the missing photo, they found her in an abandoned apartment complex, and she's not here with us anymore. So I want to start off by saying condolences to the Marcano family. Miya Marcano, I didn't know her personally, but I know she's from my country, or at least she has roots there. And she lost her life apparently because a guy couldn't take no for an answer. He made some advances to her a few times, the article said, and she turned him down several times. And I don't know, for some reason he thought that, okay, if I can't have you, no one else can. And it's sad to see that some people will go down that route. She was in her apartment, a place that she thought was safe. And this guy, he was a maintenance worker at her complex that she lived at. I think she worked there too. He had a master key or a master fob with access to all the apartments there. So she turns up missing and she's no longer with us. I really believe that men need to wake up. You need to wake up. Because at the end of the day, you have no right to take away the life of someone just because they turned you down. I'm sure if you do a Google search on the amount of females there are in the world, or just in your city, in your state, wherever you're from, there are tons of women out there. So if one turns you down, there are like several other women you could approach. So I say that to say this. This is why the simp culture needs to be stopped. It needs to be annihilated and destroyed. Because there's different levels to everything, including simping. I mean, this is no laughing matter. This is really serious. Imagine your daughter, your mom, your sister sees a random guy in the street. He thinks that they're good looking, so he approaches them and she turns him down. And then in his mind, he's like, you know what? That's a total disrespect, and I'm gonna destroy you just because of that interaction. We as men, we need to get more focused, more grounded. I mean, a few months ago, I saw a video, I think it was in Florida, where a guy, he approached a girl. She was with her friends, and they were sitting at a table in a restaurant or something. And he was like, hollering at her, trying to get her phone number or something. And, she turned him down. He was like, okay. This guy left and came back with a gun and fired several shots in the lady's direction at their dinner table, just because one of them told you no.
Truck holler.
Bro, gone.
Yeah, what you talking about?
You're embarrassing yourself.
I'm embarrassing you, bitch.
You ain't embarrassing
Who is
me,
you?
baby.
Who is you? Who is you?
Nobody to you.
You my
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Bitch. Go. What the fuck?
It's crazy to think that women have to live like this. It's not fair. It's not fair. There's no world or no realm that this is how it should be. You know, a friend of mine, she told me she goes out to walk her dogs sometimes, and you know, she is well shaped, I must say, and she gets hollers and people slowing down in cars and stuff. And she says sometimes it gets so upsetting because she's not even trying to look nice. She's just wearing like what she has on that day with no intention of gathering attention. But just because of how her body is shaped, it just comes to her naturally. And she was telling me how she was so upset that the guys were like, you know, so aggressive and stuff, and she got upset. And me as her friend, I had to say, you know what? My advice to you is to just smile. Even though you might not feel like smiling, smile. And just say thank you, have a nice day, whatever, and keep it moving. Because if you decide to show any aggression to these people, you don't know if this guy has his last day in his mind, and his last day is today. And he's willing to go all out to the next person he meets. We live in a world full of psychopaths. There's lots of people who are on their last tread, and the slightest, they're gonna trip off. Especially after this entire global situation that we're going through right now. And sadly, no homo, if you look at the guy who did this horrendous crime to this young lady, he's not a bad-looking guy. I'm sure he could get a girl. And here we have a shocking video that sent chills down my spine when I saw it. It seems like a family member or friend or something like that saw the guy a few days before he took his own life.
And we said the same thing. Why haven't they gone into his apartment? Why didn't they search him? But he had a screwdriver in his front, the passenger side.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. We
The car
watching
that
it.
he's still in.
Kaylee, tape it up.
Mm-hmm. How the fuck did that happen?
My stomach.
Am I on you, Joy?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck did that happen? What is he doing? What is he taking out?
He's taking out. He has gloves.
He has gloves.
He has gloves
He has
in
gloves.
his hands.
He has gloves.
Gloves and what else?
The
Oh my
blanket.
god, that is my blanket!
Oh my god, call the police, call.
There's someone for everyone. No matter how bad you think you look, or how short you are, or how ugly you think you are, there's someone out there for you guys. Don't ever put it in your mind that you have the right to take the life of a female just because she turned you down. That is some weak shit, man. He took his life. It's cowardly, but he doesn't deserve to be here anymore. He doesn't. And he probably came to that realization, and he deleted himself. Ladies, if it's possible in your city or country that you reside in, go and get a firearm. Go get some kind of weapon, some kind of mace. go to some martial arts classes, because these animals, they will prey upon you once they see that you're alone. You live by yourself. You have no steady boyfriend in your life. You have no man in your life that's living with you in your apartment, in your house, in your home. Just last week, I think there was a situation in Atlanta where a young lady had her 2 kids staying with her, living with her, and a guy showed up to her house with flowers. Flowers, I tell you. And he is like in full work uniform, walked up to her door and said, "Hey, I have a delivery for you. Is your name so and so?" She said, "Yeah." She let the guy in, because the flowers that he brought to her door was so big, she had no choice but to let him bring it in. He's like, "It's too heavy for you. Let me bring it in." He gets inside the house and then he attacks her. Somehow she managed to get away and she ran upstairs to get a gun. Thank God she had a gun, and he ran out of there. And then when they reviewed her Ring doorbell camera from a few days before, this guy has been scoping out her house for the past few days. And he realized, yo, she lives alone, she's vulnerable, she's single. Let me try some bull crap on this lady. Thank God nothing happened to her. Ladies, if it's possible in your state, please get a firearm. Go to self-defense classes, get a mace, get a switchblade, get whatever you need to protect yourself, especially if you live alone. Especially if you live alone. And for the guys out there, when you see these beautiful, young, sexy ladies walking by, if you decide you muster up the strength to say hello or hi, and they keep it moving, they don't pay you no attention, they don't give you the reaction that you wanted to because you think that you're all of that, let them be. Let them be. Google how many women are there in my state and see the number that shows up on your phone, and just tell yourself, hey, you know what? She wasn't the one. Because if she was the one for you, she would have stopped and be like, oh my God, you are the guy I've been looking for all my life. Trust me, you're going to know it when you see it. When you find that girl who is for you, she's not going to keep walking by. She's going to stop and give you that attention. She's going to acknowledge you and want to know more about you. So rest in peace, Miya Marcano. Condolences to you and your family and your friends. I'm really, really sorry for your loss, and I hope that you guys could find strength in this hard time. So take care of yourselves, everyone, and be safe out there in this crazy world. Take care.